You join us in our latest stockist. Reeled in. I am in actually Southend at the moment. Southend on sea. It was quite a drive for me this morning, I'm not gonna lie. Just got off the phone to Mr. Bulge actually, and he's just he's had a few.
12:30 and the solid bag rig's gone off. Cheers Connor for the rig and the bag. But yeah, so we've got this 35-15 pound, 35-15?
Yeah, 35-15.
35-15, and yeah, buzzing. Good start for a little pre-warm up to the ParkerBaits charity event this weekend.
$36.12, falling to an 8-foot zigs. So fruity flat spot.
He's struggling.
Struggling now. 6 fish in the last couple of hours.
7 now.
7, bloody hell, losing count.
No, I even counting for you, but nah mate, brilliant.
On,
we just slipped back to smaller ones, mid-20s.
And this one.
And that one. Absolute beast. Well done mate.
Connor as well, fair play lads. Smash it up as normal on B1. There it is, the ParkerBaits stand. The freshest bait in the game is now here and available. We will be sending stock down on a weekly basis as well. So the plan of action throughout this video today, I'm going to go around and show you what this tackle shop has to offer. There really is a bit of everything, if I'm honest with you. But like I say, I think it'd be rude not to go over the ParkerBaits stand to kick it off. Happy 11 days. Right, so here we go, here it is. Something I'm dearly proud of, and there it is, the ParkerBaits logo right at the top there. So they've got a full selection of our hook baits in-house, our Match the Hatch wafters, our magic beans, and a couple of our washed outs as well. Magic beans, a dear favourite to mine. You've got some yellows, some pinks, some oranges, as some whites, and 12mm. We also offer these in 15mm as well. So that's them. That is the hook baits. Moving down from that, like I said, the freshest bait in the game is now in store. We've got our OG fish and our OG fruit and nut. Now it's probably quite important that I go over these. Maybe you've never seen this before, maybe you've never seen ParkerBaits before. So we are a family run business, very passionate about what we do. And let me kick it off with the OG fish. What is the OG fish? The OG fish consists of squid, octopus and fermented chili. It's also a double dusted bait and it's steamed in-house as well. So when you steam a bait, you help lock in that nutritional value. It's a very potent bait as well, very high end on the fish meal front. That's a very basic way of putting it across. Moving down from that, we've got our OG fruit and nut. So our OG fruit and nut consists of chocolate, orange, peanut and coconut. And I like to say this one's more wife friendly, if you like. Smells beautiful. I think when you mix the 3 flavours together, you've got a match made in heaven. Now I think the importance is here at ParkerBaits, we're not trying to recreate the wheel here. We're using ingredients that have been around for years, and I'm sure will be around for years to come. But putting good balanced levels throughout our baits, and like I said, with that double dusted in the steaming, you really have got something special. So that's OG fish, that's OG fruit and nut. In-house here, we've got, or in our stockist here should I say, we've got 14s and 18s in both flavours. Now I should probably touch on our pellet. So this one's flying at the moment. This is our OG fruit and nut. It consists of a 4, 6 and an 8, which gives you 3 different breakdowns on the bottom. This is infused with the same flavours as our boilies itself. So the OG fruit and nut, chocolate, orange and peanut. I can't open the bag, but it smells absolutely bang. Let's just say that. Moving up from that, we've got our OG fish pellet. Again, a 4, 6 and an 8. This is squid and octopus infused and a couple of other naughties in there. It really does smell potent to the nose. But again, you can fish our pellet over the top of our boilie with complete confidence, knowing that it's giving off them same smells / flavour signals. So next up is our liquid food. So here it is, the sauce. OG fruit and nut. The sauce is very thick, liquid, and a pure liquid food, no bulkers, no BS in there. It does what it says on the bottle, not the tin. Moving on from that, you've got the OG fish, the sauce. It's got chilli in it and a few other little naughties. I'm not going to give everything away, but again, a very potent to the nose. And one thing I will say of this, when you come into this shop, give it a smell, because the first thing you can smell is the chilli coming through straight away. And again, a very thick liquid, and something I love to fish over the top of my particle over the boilies themselves. Right, so moving on is our magic dust, and there it is, our famous magic dust, if you like, the OG fish and the OG fruit and nut. Now believe it or not, this is all weighed in-house as a family. Consists of 25 different food particles, this one. Great for enhancing your hook baits, your particle. The one thing that we do say of this as ParkerBaits, as a family, is what you should probably do is use it like salt and pepper. You really don't need much of it because it's a very potent product. Moving on to the OG fish. Now this consists of 27 different food particles and just under 20 different spices. Himalayan rock salt, LT94s, CPSP. There's various high-end ingredients in this. Like I said, all weighed in-house. Takes a hell of a long time as a family to do it, but ultimately you're getting a very good product. Again, this is in store here at Realin. Look at that, absolutely lovely. Right, next up, and something I'm dearly proud of. This is the definition of hemp oil on steroids. That's the only way of putting it across. There's a unique blend of 5 different oils, actually in both of them. It's very spicy. When you touch your tongue, it's a very spicy liquid as well. Now this is the flat spot. What do I like using this for? Now it's funny because we brung up Rob and Connor at the beginning of the video, and I know Rob's was using the Monster Crab flat spot, injecting his PVA bags and infusing his mini mix pellet. The mini mix pellet I will touch on in a second. But not only that, it's perfect for getting on your zigs. Now when you almost lube up your zigs, get them sticky with the flat spot, what I like to do is add the magic dust on top of that, dunk it in, and you've got like a almost infused bit of zig foam or whatever that may be. And as it breaks down, it doesn't come off straight away, but as it's breaking down on the bottom, you'll find that it will flick and pop. And obviously bring them down if you're fishing a PVA bag, or maybe bring them up if you're fishing a zig.
Good choice, mate.
Now we're talking, baby. So this is what I love coming to tackle shops. Just had a gentleman come over, never heard of us before, and I've sort of just went over through the product. He's taken some, and I'm sure he won't be disappointed. I'm smiling at him behind the camera now. So there it is. Right, now moving on, I wanted to touch on our mini mix pellet. Now this really is, and I know I say it a lot, but this really is close to my heart for a couple of reasons. This is 5 different pellets that give you 5 different breakdowns, and also 5 different oil contents as well. Absolutely perfect for the PVA bag scenario. It's a very fine pellet, so if you're a guy that likes fishing at range but wants that nice little parcel of goodness on the bottom, this should be your go-to. All of our lads use this, and it's put plenty of fish on the bank over the last couple of years for sure. So mini mix pellet, plenty of this in stock in here at Realin, and they're in 1 kg bags. What I would say is with this, it lasts for a very long time. Unless you're making them in sandwich bag PVA bags, then I like to fish ones that big, and one of these bags is literally lasts me 3, 4, 5 sessions depending on how many fish I'm catching. So mini mix pellet should be definitely one of your goes to when you're in the park, when you're in here getting some ParkerBaits. So there it is, quick recap: hook baits, liquid foods, 18s and 14s in both flavoured, cooked fresh, and believe it or not, this was cooked fresh because I cooked it fresh last week. And like I said, and I've mentioned already in this video, this will be sending down on a weekly basis. Pellets, all 3 of our range: chocolate orange, peanut and coconut, the OG fruited nut, squid and octopus, the OG fish, and obviously our famous mini mix pellet as well, the magic dust, and also the flat spot. So without further ado, it'd be rude for me not to show you what else is on offer here at Realin. Just up from the ParkerBaits stand is the Nash section. Now they've got a little bit of everything, if I'm honest with you. I do this every time, but Tom, if you're feeling generous, mate, my birthday's not coming up, but security pouch, lovely jubbly, wouldn't mind one of them. You got net floats, I think they're lead pouches, the water bucket there, some more luggage. Moving down from that, you've got some rod bags, and if you come with me, I'm going to show you the terminal tackle section right now. Right, so here it is, the terminal tackle section for the Nash bit. So Fang X is something I use, size 4 Fang X's, great hook, like the thickness of the wire of the hook. They've got the zig stuff up there. They've also got pre-mades as well, which apparently is a massive favourite in store. Anti-tangle sleeve, shrink tube, you name it, they've got it. And then finishing off down the bottom, the throwing sticks. They've got the Nash spoms, if you like. I'll probably get told off for saying that, but the dot spom. I have used these myself, and I do rate them actually, and the smaller one's better than the big one, personally. So that there, very quickly, is the Nash terminal tackle section. Well, I'd like to touch on a couple of the other baits that are available here, one of them being mainline. So next up you've got proper carp baits, and also sticky, and also dynamite baits as well. Also available, sonic baits. Fox have got a nice stand. ESP, there's ESP coming out of ESP, coming out of ESP. Now, one of my favourite things ESP do is them bad boys there. I use them on a weekly basis. They are the solid bags, perfect. Again, with our mini mix pellet, match made in heaven. They've got the funnel web as well. They've got pretty much every hook link you could possibly imagine. The corks as well, which is something I've used in my own angling as well. The catapults, line, more link material, hooks coming out, hooks coming out, hooks coming out, hooks. ESP hooks is not something I personally use, but I mean they look absolutely great. Zigs, that's the see, I didn't even know ESP done zig bits, but look at them. How cool is that? Like a little bug, if you like, with little feathers coming off it. How cool is that? Tom? Moving on from that, they're plastics. Now this is something I use. Now this is a funny one. Now I'm probably giving a bit too much away here, but if I get these, see them red ones there, them plastics, they look very similar to our OG fish. And you see them ones there with the little bits of fleck in them, they look very similar to OG fruited nut. Now I'm yet to ever say this about ESP before, but I do use these on a weekly basis, and I say on a weekly basis, I do use these in my angling. Very, very good if you want to. Nothing's a deterrent for craze, but these help. What you can do is you can infuse it with our flat spot, sit there in the evening. I upset Emma because I sit there with my needle, I prick the living death out of all the plastics, and then what you'll find is people say, oh no, it doesn't pull it in. It does, because I've put them under the tanks before after I've soaked them for about 3 months, and you push them and they're festering. It absolutely stinks. So that there, it's out. That is definitely an edge, and like I said, something that I've never said before on the channel. Massive shout out to you, ESP. Also, a full selection of pre-mades as well. They've got their leg core systems, some trolley setups, and obviously the generic hair rig as well, in different materials. So they've got the camo one there, and you've got different ones moving down and moving down. It just keeps going here, reeled in. So next up is Carp Life. Truly made a name for himself in the industry over the last few years, and absolutely blown up in my opinion. Massive shout out to you, Carp Life. They've got their kettles, stove, mugs. Look at that, that's tight, isn't it? How cool is that? Moving down from that, a little bit of their selection of their luggage as well. Right, so next up is Tracker. Now they've got their full luggage range, and also Ridgemonkey are popping up here as well. You got that bad boy, actually broke mine, Tom. Scoop as well. See, now these are great. Now, funny enough, on a B1 social the weekend, personally, I'm not gonna lie, I've never seen these before, and one's obviously turned up at for a raffle, having a raffle towards the charity for the at the B1 social. And look at the bottom there. I don't know about you, but when I like to wash my baits out, and I always get my hands covered. I get everything filthy, but how clever is that? You know what I'm getting at there. You can get your scoop in, all the water then drains, and you can get straight to the baits. You can put them in your spom and not get cack all over your hands. What a great tool, and hopefully I'll win that in the raffle the weekend. I don't know if that will fit on your apple juice, Steve. He just made a joke before we started this video, but that's quite cool. The power flow tap, so if you want to be lazy and you can't pour your pour your water in, you can press a button and it does it for you. Very tarty, I must say, and I wouldn't mind one of them myself. Moving on from that is the fan. Now I can vouch for this because I've got one in my armoury, and it's something that I use, and when I go over to places like Euro Aqua in the summer, it's absolutely boiling. You can flip these on, sit back and enjoy the breeze. Lovely jubbly. Now if I'm honest with you, I don't think I've ever seen so much cordless stuff. You've got their luggage, all the compact stuff, and I have got some of this again that I've used, and I have said about this in previous videos, but if you just look over to my right here, there's loads. There's absolutely loads. They've got absolutely every possible bit of terminal tackle you could possibly imagine, if I'm honest with you. From tubing setups, now these clips here, the hybrid leg clips, that's something I use in my own angling, especially when I'm fishing my zigs with tubing, because you can dump that leg a little bit quicker because it doesn't move, it's static. Moving on from that, you know, tail rubbers, anti-tangle sleeves, so on, so on, so on, so on, so on. Safe zone leaders, the dark matter ones. Back leads as well. Back leads I use a lot on my angling. A video I'd done a couple of weeks back, I was at a syndicate with my good friend Brian, and I was back leading down, and I kept everything down on the bottom. Very clever way of fishing, especially on little intimate waters, but also if you've not fishing a weedy water, you can also get away with fishing them as well. They've got their PVA bags set up as well. I like the little tackle boxes there, they're tarty. Kickers as well, saying that I like to fish a straight up zig. I'm not a massive fan of adjustables. I do like to just tie a zig straight up, and what I tend to use is a size 8 Kamakura with a medium kicker. The little bloodworm ones pull over absolutely beautiful and devastating in their own right. So just for reference there they are. And the size 8 Kamakuras are right there as well, and it's probably something I'm even going to buy when I'm here today to bring to Linear Fishery straight after this shoot. Like I said, the quarter bit just keeps going here, it really does. So they've got their full Kamakura sort of set up, if you like, pretty much everyone you could possibly imagine, and moving up from that, I like to just call them a straight up hook out the packet, if you like, full range. Moving down from that, plastics, and I think these are the infused, they smell, yeah they are, fruity squids. This is an infused plastic. So like I was saying to you earlier about the ESP one, I like to sit there in the evening and prick it and then infuse it with my own flavourings or the flat spot, whatever that may be. Again, a great way of doing it, and also save some time as well. Moving down from that, and I think I'll probably finish it off on this quarter section here with the carp care. Now, our main priority here at ParkerBaits is the fish digestibility, but also fish safety and care. Now these really do come into their own, and I think, to be honest, and don't take me the wrong way, I think you're naive if you don't have this in your armoury. It should be something that you have in your armoury wherever you're fishing. The fish care and safety should be your #1 priority when you're out on the bank, and this is exactly what you need. But I should probably just touch on, again, this is a favourite of customers, and these are the pre-mades. Again, they got choddies, straight up hair rigs, it literally goes on and on and on and on, and at the bottom there, the touchdown in all the different diameters as well. I know a lot of people don't use zigs in their armoury. Now if you're not a massive fan, not really too sure out of time, this is the perfect scenario for you. You can come in, buy one of these bad boys, literally just put the foamers actually in the pack, you just pop them out and bang, you're fishing a zig straight away. You can play about with the depths, fish a leg clip system on the bottom, job's a good one. Now it's been very carp dominated at the moment, but that's what I love about this tackle shop. It really does cater for everybody's needs. Now there's a massive match section as well, and that is what I'm going to touch on now. We've got a guru section, and like I said, it really does go on and on. Everything's a little bit smaller, a little bit more refined. Loads of hooks, loads and loads of feeders scenario. Like I said, it just really does keep going on. My knowledge is not the best with that, but like I said, they have got everything when it comes to the match angler. So you've got a drenning section, like I said, it keeps going on and on. Loads of floats. Like I said, I mean, from my perspective, I'll probably get one boilie in that, but perfect for just flicking over a few maggots over the top of that float when you're leisurely sat there with your pole, whatever you're doing, when it comes to match fishing. So next up is Preston Innovations. Now, moving on, I'm going to touch on a few products. I use maggots a lot in my angling, but obviously they've got different riddles that meet different scenarios. You got you covered here, it reeled in. Moving on from that, some very small, they almost look like earrings. very small leads.
Tom?
Yeah, there you go, Tom. And then moving up from that, some shots as well, loads of different sizes, and then moving down from that, look at that. How cool is that? Now I would love one of these from a Parker baiter. It's a roller for your pole, but that would work perfectly if you were using a baiting pole. But probably a little bit out of my budget, if I'm honest with you.
Comfy,
I am, mate, yeah, lovely. Probably get some funny looks sitting up Linear Fisheries on this bad boy, wouldn't I? But there it is, a nice seat box. Lovely jubbly. And there's plenty of clothes in here to offer as well. Proper raincoat as well from Tracker. Moving on from that, some Ridgemonkey bits, ESP bits, Vast bits in as well. How can they make clothes? There you go. Look at that, with a zip and all. Some trackies from various different suppliers, and also some t-shirts as well. Nice raincoat there. And that's a bit of me, that's a bit of my colour, that. Corder, yeah, lovely. So everybody knows I love a beanie, and just happens today I'm in one of our Cartworks clothing flat peaks, but that's nice. That's nice. That's nice. And that's nice. Tom? Bucket hats from Fortis, and also some caps as well. So we've touched on Carp, we touched on match. Now we're going to touch on the Predator setup. So they've got lures, rubbers, that's what you say? I think that's what you say. I haven't got Rob here to back me up, have I, this time, Steve?
No, that's it.
But
yeah, it doesn't seem that big a lake. I was only looking at it.
That's what I mean when I say rubbers, don't take me the wrong way. I think it'd be quite interesting to get in the comments down below, would you like to see more predator stuff on the ParkerBaits YouTube channel? I know I make the joke, but I am quite fond of going out and doing a bit of pike fishing. That is something that I used to do when I was younger. I really do love that. I used to go out with my granddad doing it. So if you'd like to see more of that, get in the comments down below and let me know, let us know. Just up there as well, if you move up there with the camera, we've got a welly selection as well. A full selection of dead baits. You're probably seeing them pop up on the screen now. But this is something I did like the look of. And I went down here, and that is fresh dead maggots. Now, a lot of people don't use dead maggots, they've always got to be alive, but the one thing I do love about dead maggots is that they sink straight to the bottom and they don't wriggle off your spot. Perfect for the PVA bag scenario. So there they are. I would imagine that's around a point in there. But like I said, fresh dead maggots, and definitely something you should have in your armoury.
Look at that, looking good.
Do you want us to set it up? I think I'm going to go and stop now.
Yeah, no, I might sneak on rod routes already. They're not real big, the Carp in there, I think.
Rob Bolger's signature, mate.
Size 16. The guy said...
Is it on that side?
No, it's on the other side.
Oh,
There it is.
there it is.
Okay. He said 3.
Funny Rob Bolger was here, right?
Oh, funny Rob Bolger was here now, mate. If you had to go over this, his knowledge is sea fishing, unlike mine. But just working off the back of that. Rob, sorry you're not here, mate, but there it is. Their sea section here at Realin.
Yeah, I would go with a bit of each and then gauge it by then and see. Try one first for an hour, try another
Fresh bait
one,
again.
and then
You
see
come in,
what ones
have a
do
smell.
best.
Lovely.
I've had it where you've
Really lovely.
fished on a Sunday on a match. I've done
Can't bet, that's enough.
absolutely worms.
Now I've been given some access behind the counter where the high-end products are, if you like. Now behind me you've got a nice selection of carpy stuff behind me, and then further on more match reels. Oh, crikey Moses, nearly broke my neck. Moving up from that, look at that bad boy. Now I say this every single video, I wouldn't mind one of them. That is a bit of kit. The hunter bait boat up there, the Ridgemonkey one. You got the Halo power pack, and I can talk about that because I've got one, and they're absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant, especially from a videography perspective. Having your GoPros on loop, looking at your rods. Great bit of kit. And also, if you're on these long trips, whether like myself, I go to Italy, Aqua, Spain. That does you the week. You get 2 of them, crikey, you can stay out there for as long as you want. Moving up from that, which is quite classy. I don't know what's in them, but you've got a match angler bait hamper there, and another one there as well, and it feels heavy. There's me breaking stuff as per usual. Whoops. I'll tell you what, I need one of these.
There you go, it's a sign, Tom.
Now moving on, there's some bank sticks, some bulletproof, that's the Solar new mono, bobbins, lots of bobbins. Moving up from that, you've got some more bank sticks. These are the Nash ones. Now they are very nice, I've just seen them. That's a bit of me. I'm a bit of a magpie, anything shiny. They are very classy. The new Solar indicators there. I mean, I've got the Matrix ones, but they are naughty, they are. They are nice as well, aren't they? Head torches, a few marker setups there, and also room heatings. They do not need any introduction whatsoever. I've got a set of these myself, and I've had a set of these, but unfortunately I left my set of these at Aqua. Stupid Ben. But yeah, no, great bit of kit. Not forgetting there's also some carp in there as well. So a few things you need to remember here at Realin. These are the opening hours. They're open Monday to Friday, and guess what? On the Sunday they've gone fishing. 9 till 5. Let's touch on the parking. Now just over to my right, if you're lucky, there is some places to park. I mean, I'm quite fortunate, I have parked my van over, and there was a couple of spots when I turned up. If you can't get parked up over there, there is a co-op over to the left. We strongly advise you probably go in and buy a pack of chewing gum or something for obvious reasons. I think you've got an hour when you've made a purchase in the shop, but worst comes to worst, that's what you could do, you go in there. There's also some parking spaces as you turn into the left just down the road. So there it is, that's the parking, and that is when they're open. Smells lovely. Plug. Here's John, the owner. Nice to meet you, mate. It's been a pleasure, mate, being down, and thanks for giving us an opportunity to have our ParkerBaits stand here. It means the world to me and my family. So, mate, talk us through your shop. I mean, just touch on a few bits. You know, how long you've been here, background behind it.
So the shop had been here for 16 years prior to us taking it over.
Yeah.
We've been here 2 years, February just gone.
Yeah.
It was very outdated in here without being horrible to the
No,
previous
totally,
owner, is a
totally.
little bit older and didn't
Yeah.
understand about the racking and things like that. So
Yeah.
just come in, totally racked it all out now. You've got 5, 6, 7 metres of corder.
It's a lot, mate.
There's a lot of corder. The thing is though, we back them 100% with
No, for
everything
sure.
they do. So
Yeah,
even with like the suntan lotion, donating it to charity and stuff.
love
like,
that. Yeah.
Same thing again. We're
massive.
back them with that. Got 2 metres of clothing, metre of predator section over there, 3 metres of sea section where we are so close to the seaside. Then you've got 3 metres of Preston, Drenham and Guru for the
Yeah.
match anglers.
Yeah.
2 metres of Sonya bait, 2 metres of dynamite again for the match anglers, pleasure
Sure.
anglers.
Yeah.
Then we've got obviously you guys, 4 metres of tracker over in the back
It just
corner.
keeps going,
Ridgemonkey.
mate.
The thing is, after being here for 2 years now, we
Yeah.
know what works and what don't work.
Yeah.
So, like the same thing with our reels. It looks like we've got a lot in stock, but they are a lot of the same ones because we just know what sells now.
For sure,
Like-
for sure. Now that makes complete sense. And one thing I will say is, guys, is a gentleman actually come in the shop earlier and he sort of said, I think he was quite new to fishing. And he turned around to John, he was like, look, I want a float set up. And you've literally sat there and I've just watched him go through the whole process with him.
Yes.
Told him what reel to get, what rod to get, and even put the line. Did you put the line on? Was the line
We
already
set
on?
the whole thing
You s-
up.
You know,
You can't expect someone that's not fished ever to just buy a rod and reel and say, there's your rod and reel, you got
no,
YouTube,
totally
see
agree.
you later. Do you know what I mean?
It was on, without sounding crude, it was music to my ears, mate. Because I think a lot of the time in tackle shops, maybe a lot. Oh, sorry, mate, bit busy for that. But
Yeah.
the stuff's over there. You went above and beyond. So if you are in the local area, maybe you are getting into fishing, it's definitely worth coming down, speaking to John. And it'll definitely hook you up in the right way in regards to showing you exactly what you need for what meets ever scenario you may be doing.
And setting it all
And
up.
setting
ready
it
for
all
it.
up as well.
He literally just walked out.
It's a shame
to
you
go
ain't more
fishing.
closer to me, mate.
That's it.
So there it is, a true insight here at Reeled In. Like I said, mate, I thoroughly enjoyed myself, and thanks again for the ParkerBaits stand. And the news is out. You can get your hands now on the freshest bait in the game. Over to your left as you walk into the shop.
And we also have 2 bags open on display for anyone that wants to come down and smell it before purchasing it.
No, thanks very much, mate. And like you said, plug again. No, thanks very much, mate. It's been a pleasure. So there it is. Just before I leave this video, guys, give us a thumbs up. Make sure you comment down below. Smash that subscribe button so you don't miss any videos going forward. And I'll see you all very soon. Cheers, brother.
Sweet, nice one.